Welcome back to Sports Dungeon. I'm your host, Loren Tepper, and we got the Howard twins. Dad, that was a compliment for you.
Everybody says he's a chip off the old block, but he can talk a lot bigger game than I can. Although when we get,
can he stomp the foot like you?
He's been known to throw a fit or two, but you know, when we get going at it, whether it's yard darts or checkers or whatever, I bet you never played yard darts, have you?
No.
We got the old set of yard darts that they outlawed them.
We throw them up in the
little ring.
Yeah, and you.
We got an old set of yard darts. So whether it's yard darts or dominoes or whatever it is, we're pretty competitive.
There've been games outlawed in my house because it gets pretty nasty in my house, you know, yeah. and it's always, Dad, you're trying to cheat them, and I hear Mom, don't wheel and deal with Dad because you know it always works to his favor. What do you mean? Now come on now.
I always win. I always win.
Let's talk a little bit about your baseball team. Season's come to an end. You were the beneficiary of a technicality to the flipping and bat.
But yeah.
It was a technicality. I mean,
yeah, you know, of course, you read the articles in the paper and heard about it. You know, you have to certify your volunteer assistants, and Valley Springs and Flippin hadn't finished all their paperwork and had to forfeit all their games, conference games. So that put us to second, Mountain View first, and then. Of course, you still have to go through the district tournament to get the regional.
I was going to get to that.
Even through Clint's years, we never made it to the regional tournament, and even with the good teams we had. And we beat Valley Springs in the district tournament, went to the finals, and got to the regional tournament. And that whole side, the regional side, from Piggott, Manila, Rivercrest, and Tuckerman, we didn't win a game on our side. So it's good baseball over there. I
was going to talk a little bit about the district. You know, you said you got to win, and you're right. You still have to win. I thought Jacob Bruce pitched the best game I'd seen him pitch all year against Valley in the district semifinals that I had seen him pitch. I watched him pitch against the weekend when we had the tournament, the Ozark Baseball Classic, and he was a little wild. You know, didn't look like he was focused that day. But I'll tell you what, that Valley game at Bergman, I was there. I tell you what, he had him swinging at pitches that were out of the strike zone. He kept them off balance. Yep. Curveball worked. He had them changing speeds. He did what he had to do.
Yeah, and then the last play of the game, you know, toward the last play of the game there in the seventh inning, he dives for a bunt and lays out and doubles the kid up. But, you know, of course, when you play Valley, you know, you're got a little more intensity. And that was his 100th pitch to finish it. So he threw 100 pitches that night and just competed. And, you know, he's got some talent. He's got 3 good pitches. He's got a good fastball, and his slider's developing, and he's got a good curveball. So I think he wants to try to pitch at North Ark and further his career.
I thought that was the best game I've seen. You got some clutch hits, you know, that came out for you, and you won. It was a tight ball game, 3-2 to win. You know, taking nothing away against Valley, but that regional, as you talked about, was a buzzsaw. I don't care who you played.
Corning could play, you know, or Piggott could play. You know, Valley drew them the first game of the tournament, and of course all of us got killed. You know, we got beat 13-5 or something like that. But
Flipping even the number 1 seed who beat you in the district final.
They got beat 19-5. Yeah, Manila just hit it, put it in play, and make routine plays. And I talk about it, and I talk to him all the time about you got to make all the routine plays, and if you make 50% of the tough plays, you're gonna got a chance to win, and that's what gets. At North Ark at the end, you know, they don't make the plays that they need to make. And you know, you got to throw strikes.
Yeah, I was going to say the other thing is you can't walk people. Yeah. I mean, you know, you'd rather give up the base hit. It's like 65% of the time you walk the first batter with nobody out, they're going to come to score. I mean,
it happens every time.
It's unbelievable. Throw strike, man.
Yeah.
You know what? If he hits it over the fence, it's only 1 run. I mean, what's the deal?
Make them put it in play.
Let's talk a little bit about your girls, your basketball team. This graduating class of seniors you got were very special to you. They worked hard. They've come through the program for you, been with you for several years, and to single one of them out would hurt the other one. I think a couple of them are going to go on and play, you know, at the next level. But as a group, you got to love every one of them.
I can mention them. Chelsea Johnson and Destiny are going to go play at North Ark, and I think their basketball is ahead of them. I think when they get bigger and stronger and really work in the weight room and play against good people every night and play with good people every night, they're going to get better. You know, and Shelby Nichols, and I'll talk about Shelby here in a second. Mariah Robinson, she battled through the program and didn't get to play much, and then she stayed with it, and then her senior year she got to play a lot and contributed a lot to us. And then, you know, Shelby, she's got a big old heart. She sent me a text after the Final Four game that we got beat by Mountain View by 8. She said, "Coach, thanks for teaching us that heart means, in the younger years, that heart means everything." And she's a 5'5" forward, you know, and she just played with big heart. Not great, talented, and she knows this. She wasn't great, very talented, couldn't jump, you know, and she just played with big old heart, and that's what got us where we were. Won 28 games, won the NAC tournament, won the Border Classic. Shouldn't have done those things.
The North Ark tournament cost me the pie in the face.
Those senior leaders that had big hearts.
I think that the thing I liked about them is I just liked them. I mean, I mean, you know, they've always been polite to me. They've always been nice to me. See them out in town. You know, I watch Chelsea's working at Western Sizzlin. All time comes up to me, says hi to me. You know, I know Stacy, Coach Klott is high on Chelsea because of the development, and still the upside for her is phenomenal. Yeah. I think it literally looks good, and I think that that they're going to really come together with the talent pool that's coming in. Brooke Poole's going to join them, who can shoot it lights out.
Yeah, she's done a good job recruiting this year. I'm excited to watch them play next year.
It'll be exciting to see North Ark play. And your gals made a run to it that was tough, but you play in a tough conference. I mean, that conference prepares you for the regionals, just like we talked about the baseball side being so dominant on the baseball side. The basketball side is where, you know, I hope when the reclassifications next year and they come out and they do the pairings that they re-examine this, because unless they want us to beat each other up, because that's what's happening, both on the girls and the boys side and the basketball side. That region is beating each other up, and then still advancing in the state tournament, where it's the Final Four and Final 8. That it's the same teams.
I think in the last 10 years, a team from our conference has been in the Final Four or the finals, whether it be Mountain View, Bergman, or Valley Springs.
Right.
That's unbelievable. Girls basketball.
Valley made 3 years in a row to the state finals. That alone is an accomplishment, because we know, and you can, not the best team advances. It's all about matchups, and it's winning when you shouldn't win and when you play bad.
Right.
So, you know, when you think about it, you know, that's what kind of, you know, you played the Mountain View game to get to win the Final Four. Mountain View played bad. If you guys had made a basket or something, free throw, you know, Mountain View could have been knocked out, and you could be playing Valley, and again for the fifth time for the year?
Yeah. Yeah, don't remind me.
Don't remind you? All right.
But it's been a good year and you know, I'm kind of wore out. I'm glad that the athletics is over and we can kind of work on academics a little bit here before the graduation and start next year.
I know that any of your players going to advance any All-Star games? Have any of them been nominated?
No, no, they didn't. They didn't make it. I noticed Errol Saunders made it, but
in the basketball, I saw in the I was referring to the Springs. You know, your baseball team.
I don't know. Probably it's hard to get a kid at our level to an All-Star game because there's so many big schools and they take those big players. And just like when I tried to sell Clint out of high school, you know, he batted .621 in high school and hit how many ever home runs and RBIs and all that, and nobody really recruited him because, you know, it's a 3A school. Well, if you bat 600 at a 3A school, you're probably going to bat 400 at a 5 or 6A school, you know, and people don't realize that. He went to Tech and fired the coach so he could come back to North Ark, and Phil's been real good to him and did a good job with him, and he's going to get a chance to play on and get his degree.
600 is still 600. I don't care what you are.
That's right.
I mean, that's incredible.
That's kind of the way I sold it, but it didn't work.
I mean, it doesn't work. Next year, real quick, we're about to run out of time. You're going to go off. We're going to be excited to see you. Please keep us up to date. I'll hound your dad when I see him at whatever event that he's out and about, you know, or if he's stomping his foot somewhere else.
Yeah.
Hey,
that'll happen.
Easy. I'll be hitting him in the ribs again.
That's it. So summertime's coming. Summer baseball's going to be here upon you, and then the golf season.
Yeah.
How's the?
Golf starts. I noticed today it's 31st of July is the first starting date. So Yeah, we had a good year. We were district finals or district champs, third in the state in golf. I finished in the junior high district tournament, runner up. I was Final Four in senior girls basketball, in the district tournament finals baseball. So I've been a busy guy.
Yeah, that's good. Well, guys, I appreciate you coming out. It's always great to see you guys. I love to have you on. I love to have your dad on. He's always he can keep up with me, talking wise. He's never short on something to say, is it?
They say that about me too.
Is it? Well, good luck. Congratulations, most of all, on graduating from North Ark. I know that all athletics aside, that's one of the proudest things to be, is that you got your degree, and it's something that, like I said, nobody can ever take away from you. Congratulations. Congratulations on signing with CBC. Coach, until next season, we'll be here. Is that right?
That's right.
All right. This has been the Sports Dungeon. I appreciate the Howards coming on, because I actually love to talk to Bobby and Clint. It's just a wealth of knowledge in this room, minus me, okay? Until next week, this is Sports Dungeon. I'm your host, Loren Tepper.